thevoicebeforethevoid.net.
Huh.
Yeah.
You wrote this last fall then?
Yeah.
Okay, does it have a title?
No, none of them have titles.
Okay.
Is it like Horror Story Creative Writing Assignment? That's what the title is.
Horror Story Creative Writing Assignment.
Can you read it?
Horror Story Creative Writing Assignment. It happened April 4th. It was a normal day. Sun shining, birds chirping, wind sweeping past. Children yawned and muttered incoherent words on their walks to school. Clouds followed after the breeze. Those in traffic impatiently waited. Everything seemed normal. The sun seemingly was blocked out by the now dark clouds, and the birds clung quietly to the trees. First, an elderly man started to cough harshly into his blue knit sleeve. A woman, somewhere in her 40s, closed her book, also coughing into her sleeve. Someone working their shift at the coffee shop excused their sudden cough while talking to a customer. Best friends, walking side by side, stopped to clear their throats. It worsened. Children began to ask if the teachers were okay, pulling on their shirts for a reaction. The old man knelt, gasping for air. The woman no longer being able to continue reading. The barista unable to ask customers for orders. Customers unable to say them. The friends anxiously pressing the button of a vending machine. They were all dead within an hour. Every person older than 13 gone. Cars remained in traffic, their horns being pressed continuously. Planes, drones, kites, all lay earthbound. A young boy with tousled brown hair sat in his family room, knees to his chest, television on the news, with silent reporters. He clung to his legs, tears in his eyes. He was shaken up. He wiped his damp face and walked slowly to the front door. He saw the postman laying on the sidewalk, a few houses down. A couple of dogs wandering the streets. Birds unmoving in the still trees. He began walking down the street, fixing his disheveled clothes along the way. He began to run down the street towards his school. He saw no children through the windows. He finally reached it, pulling the heavy doors open. He saw the ladies at the front desk limp in their swivel seats. He rushed to his class. He reached the door, jiggling the handle, a confused look on his face. He knocked slowly, only to hear whispers behind the door. "Hello?" He questioned with a raspy voice from not talking. "Tobes?" A familiar voice asked through the door. "Yeah, open up." He heard some shuffling, and the door opened to find around 20 kids surrounding the door, and a dead teacher leaned against the wall. A kid a little smaller than him ran up to the front of the group, tripping over other kids along the way. The smaller boy had the same messy brown hair. "What's happening?" the boy asked in a whimper, coughing into his sleeve. The attention of the others being appointed to him. The boy's face went pale as he looked at the older one. The younger boy continued to cough, other students as well. Soon the room was full of kids gasping and crying out. He sat on the ground shaking, seeing the kids choke on air. Tears streamed down his face from his red eyes. The kids were almost all gone. The boy in front of him clenched his shirt with his hand and the floor with the other. From his balled-up position, the young boy slumped over, wheezing. The boy went limp. He shuffled over to the now deceased boy, turning him over by his shoulder. He clenched his teeth, holding back a sob. Why? He choked out. Salty tears rolled down his face and off his chin. He began to cough. It happened April 4th, the end of humanity. That's a good story.
I know. Because I didn't want to write a traditional horror story, because I was like, everyone's gonna do that. There's gonna be like, ooh, it's a boogeyman.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't want to do that.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote this.
Yeah.
And I liked the way I wrote it, because it wasn't really a horror story, but the idea of it.
It's horrific.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was unexpected.
Because you were like, oh no, what are they gonna do? Oh no, all the adults are dead. Boom, they're dead too!
Yeah! Yeah, I was expecting, some kind of other story to come out of it, but it's like, oh no!
They're dying
They
too!
died too, it's just the adults died, and it makes sense. They just died later, because they were smaller. I mean, yeah, your mind, fills in the story. Yeah, it's great that there's no reason, there's no explanation. That's really... That's horror.
I couldn't think of the good explanation.
You couldn't think of... That's fine, though, because that makes a better story.
Yeah. Well, because I decided there's no vampires, and everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Yes. Because I had to, think up the plan, and I had to write it, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do to end it? Introduce a character, yes, a little kid that dies. So I just killed them all. And the birds, and how it was breezy before, but then all the birds were just in the trees, and the trees were still, and everyone was like, what? And there's just dogs wandering around, and the mailman on the sidewalk, oh, it's so good. And the earthbound stuff in the air, oh, that was so good too. And,
You're right, though.
oh, and mentioning the customers that couldn't say the orders, and I just like that I mentioned the customers.
Right, exactly, though. Yeah,
boom.
That is...
Look at that. And yeah, April 4th, I don't know why I picked that day, though.
That's cool, too, that it's a specific date, and it's why April 4th? That's the end of humanity.